I don't know how I ended up here, but apparently it's summer, and apparently that's a problem. There's a bug working itself to death over there, and another one throwing a one-creature concert, and I'm starting to think I walked into a lesson. "Hey, what are you doing?" "Living," says the grasshopper. "And what about him?" "Wasting his summer," says the grasshopper. "We've got months before winter. Months. Sit down. Relax." Something about this felt off, but I couldn't figure out why yet. I walked with the ant for a while, asked it why it wasn't resting. It didn't even slow down. "Because I can feel it coming." "It's summer," I said. "For now," said the ant. "This is a 2,500-year-old story from Aesop, a former slave who understood something about survival that most comfortable people never learn. The ant and the grasshopper aren't just characters. They're two ways of seeing time itself." I watched this play out for what felt like months. The ant never stopped. The grasshopper never started. And I kept going back and forth between them, trying to figure out who was right. "Don't you ever think about winter?" The grasshopper shrugged. "I think about right now, and right now is beautiful." "Don't you ever stop?" "I stop when it's done," said the ant. "And it's never done until winter can't touch me." Here's what I started to understand. The grasshopper wasn't stupid. It wasn't lazy exactly either. It just couldn't feel the future. Scientists call this present bias. Our brains are wired to weight what's happening right now way heavier than what's coming later. The grasshopper could see winter on the calendar. It just couldn't feel the cold yet. And we act on what we feel. The ant had somehow rewired this. It felt the future like it was already here. Every grain it carried wasn't work. It was warmth it could already feel in January. I didn't know which one I was, but I was starting to worry it was the grasshopper. And then, just like that, summer ended. I watched the grasshopper knock on the ant's door, watched it beg, watched the ant look at it for a long moment through the window. In some versions of this story, the ant turns the grasshopper away. In others, it lets it in but makes it work for the food. Either way, the grasshopper is at someone else's mercy now. All that freedom in summer bought nothing but dependence in winter. And I realized I'd made the same mistake. I'd been watching instead of working, comfortable instead of building. And winter showed up anyway. The ant let me in. Not because I deserved it, because it had enough. It had planned for more than just itself. That hit harder than I expected. Summer always comes back. That's the thing about seasons. You get another chance, but you don't get back the time you already spent. The ant and the grasshopper aren't two separate creatures. They're two voices in your head. One says, enjoy today. One says, protect tomorrow. The goal isn't to silence one of them. It's to make sure the ant is louder when it matters. If this hit different than you expected, like and subscribe. More stories coming.